Welcome to South Florida Saltwater Fishing. I'm Heath, and it's Tips and Tricks Thursday. In today's episode, I'm going to go over with you how to make a stinger rig. And what that is that's a wire leader setup so that you can slow troll or drift out live baits for the toothy critters. Before we get into this episode, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. Alright everybody, you know what time it is. Let's do this. Alright, so to tie a stinger rig, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need a treble hook. This is a number 6 treble hook. You're going to need a J hook. Here I have a number 3 live bait J hook. Color is black. Helps if you use black, it kind of conceals it a little bit in the water rather than using a bright shiny chrome hook. Then you're going to need 2 swivels. The second swivel is your choice, and I'll explain that in a minute why you can or don't necessarily need to use it. Okay, but you're going to need swivels. These are number 7 swivels. All right, all these are must-add products. The next thing you're going to need is a couple of pieces of wire. This piece of wire here is about 18 to 20 inches long. That's going to connect to your main line. And then this piece of wire here is about 12 inches long. This is going to be for actually making the stinger portion of what they call the stinger rig. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to tie a haywire twist onto our treble hook. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is number 4 wire. You can use heavier if you want to. The lighter gauge, less hardware, tends to be, improve your hookup ratio with fish. Also, this is a sort of chrome colored, not black wire, which kind of conceals and sort of matches the color of the fish. When it comes to that, it's all trial and error, and it's what you feel and, go through and what may work for you. Okay, so we're going to thread the wire through the eye of the hook, and we're going to tie a haywire twist. So now remember, when you're working with the wire, you don't want to kink it, you want to slightly fold it over. So for a haywire twist, we're just going to take it and fold that into a loop, and then we're going to wrap it around a couple of times. Helps if you can twist your hook a little bit. Tighten up this loop. Do not kink it. If you get a kink in your wire, it's gonna break. Alright, so we have a little loop right here that wraps it over itself. Now you're going to take this and bring it to a 90-degree angle and wrap it around itself a couple of times. And that won't go anywhere. Be careful you don't stab yourself too bad with the hook. The tighter you can get these wraps, the better, but they do not have to be like perfectly right next to each other. Okay, now what I have left is a tag end here, so we're going to make a piano key shaped. We're going to bend it like this, and then we're going to bend it back out towards us. This is how you break off wire leader so you can get a smooth, clean cut right here. So now we're going to take it and we're just going to twist it in both directions until it snaps off. Alright, so it snapped off, and now we have a clean break right here. You don't want your fish getting snagged or scarred on that. Alright, now the next thing, this is where the first swivel, this is the optional swivel, comes into play. You don't necessarily need to use this, but you can. I'm going to show you how to do it. That way, if you wanted to, you can. If you don't want to, you would just tie another haywire twist right onto your hook. So Now here's where it's important to measure out your distance. Let's pretend this hook is going to hook into the back of your fish. So you don't want this piece to be too long. You want it to be between 4 and 6 inches. So once you got it set up in a good spot, you take it and you're going to tie another haywire twist. Nope, that one kind of broke off on me, which makes life easier. Now, if it happens to break off on you, it's not the end of the world. What you do is you can just get a pair of flat pliers and make it so that it lays down flat. And you still have a good rig. Okay, so this is the stinger part of it. Next, we are going to open up the eye of our hook and we are going to insert this swivel onto the eye of the hook. So to do that, hold it backwards. You find where the round part of the hook comes back around for the eye, and you put in a pair of wire cutters and you just pop it open. Bend it open just a little bit, just enough to get your swivel in. You don't want to break your hook. Alright, I should have that enough open to get the swivel in. See how I've opened up the eye right here? Now we've popped the swivel in. Now what we're going to do, now to close it back up, you want to hold the hook on the back side, and then you can take the back side of your wire cutters, put it right in there, hold your hook steady so you don't pinch yourself, then you just close it back up. If you hold your hook from the front side, that the loop of the hook will slip, and then the loop of the hook will slip and it'll twist and turn on you. That's what you don't want. All right, so now we have our hook. This is our main hook, and then we have the stinger hook. It's about 6 inches long so far. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie this piece, which will go to our main line, onto our hook. So the reason you use this swivel right here attached to your hook is so you don't get what's called wire twist. So as you're trolling or drifting your fish out, it doesn't get caught up under itself like this. Well, it's hard to show it with a swivel on, but that's what you're avoiding. If you don't have a swivel, it can actually get caught up on itself and do something like that. All right. So again, here with our main hook, we're going to take this and we are going to tie another haywire twist. This is going to be our third haywire twist. Alright, now that we've got that, we will make the piano key formation again. And we're going to twist it back and forth until it breaks itself off. Number 4 wire is fairly pliable, so it's pretty easy to do. The thicker the wire gets, the more twists you got to do to make it break off. Remember, you got to be real careful as you're doing this. You don't want to kink your main line. Being difficult on me, but that's okay. just keep working at it and it'll eventually snap off. There we go. And again, you've got a smooth, clean break that won't scar your fish. Now, on the final end, we're going to do one more haywire twist. And we're going to put on another swivel, and this swivel is going to attach to the main line of your fishing pole, and that'll be what gathers your line once you reel it out. So, one final haywire twist, and we will have our stinger rig. And then I'm going to explain to you how to hook it onto a fish. So, again, haywire twist. Now we will, if you don't want to form the piano key, you can just kind of put it in an L shape and sort of twist it back and forth until it breaks off. And there we go. Oops. Again, another smooth, clean break. Alright, so here's what we have is our treble hook, our main hook, and our main line wire. No kinks in it, and we're good to go. So, now we're gonna show you how to hook this up. What I've done here is I've drawn up a simulated goggle eye, which is a choice bait. It's perfect for using stinger rigs. So the idea is you want to take your main hook, and you're going to sink it right through his nose. So we got the nostril right here. You want to take that and you want to sink your hook through his nostril. So you're good. So you will be trolling him or drifting him out and your line's going straight. Now, the next thing you want to do is you take this and you want to make sure that your main hook is pulled straight this way. And then you take your stinger rig and you measure whereabouts it would go into his back, and then you take it and you would sink it into his back right at that point. So now, as you're trolling, you don't have this hook on the back putting all the pressure on him. It's right in his nose. And he'll go and swim along happy, and something will come in. And usually it's the toothy critters or maybe a sailfish, kingfish. And when they bite off the back half of him, they're going to get tagged by this stinger hook, which is your treble hook. And should they eat the whole thing, then you've got wire on the front end of them and you're good to go. So you just want to make sure that this isn't pulled back. When you hook in this hook back here, you want to make sure that it's not pulled too back in so that you're folding your fish in half. You want him to have play so that he can swim back and forth. Alright folks, that's a stinger rig for you. This is a goggle eye. Alright folks, that's the basics of the stinger rig. Again, it's used for slow trolling or bump trolling, whatever you would like to call it. It's also, you can drift out a live bait fish. This prevents cutoffs from toothy critters, or when the fish comes and they cut your bait right in half. This is an $8 bait, a goggle eye. So cutting it in half doesn't really work for you. You want to get the hook up. That's why you've got this little stinger hook back here. All right, and again, it'll pull your fish straight through the water without any stress on him and killing him before his time. Alright folks, that about does it for this episode. I hope you got something out of it and learned. I had fun. Hopefully you are enjoying these videos. And until next time, we hope to see you on Tuesday for our Sunday showdown that's going to happen, who knows what we're doing. We could be going out trolling for mahi. We could do speed trolling, high speed trolling for wahoo. We could go high speed vertical jigging again. We could just go to the reef and try and slay some groupers, kingfish, and yellowtail. Who knows, maybe we'll go to some secret spots in the canals for mangrove snappers. I'm not sure yet. Who knows? It all depends upon the weather. That's the one thing that I can't control, but I can control this. And that's the fact that this is South Florida saltwater fishing, and I'm out.